So, Justice League is directed by Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon. Who cares? But the plot of Justice League is Batman assembles the Justice League in order to face Steppenwolf and his army of parademons who have come to Earth to collect the mother boxes. Once those mother boxes are put together, it'll create an apocalyptic universe on Earth, pretty much setting the world up for Darkseid. Okay, this movie went through a lot of bullshit hell. It's an okay movie, but I wish it was Zack Snyder's cut. I wanted to see that full 2 hour and 50-minute Zack Snyder edition because it would have explained so much more. It would have been his complete vision. Excuse me. And Superman's death would have been brought back the right way. He would have had this outfit on. Yeah, that's right, the black suit. And they wouldn't say, oh, he's completely dead, which is not true, because at the end of BVS, it shows him coming back. Superman was not completely dead. Just like in the comics, he was in a coma. Okay, but in Justice League, the Joss Whedon Warner Brothers cut, he's completely dead. Now, I don't blame Zack Snyder. I don't blame Joss Whedon. This is all on Warner Brothers because this movie is a complete mess. It is two different tones. The movie is cut to shit just to make it an even 2 hours. The one movie that should be over 2 hours and 45 minutes, you cut down to 2 hours. Brilliant, Warner Brothers. Brilliant. I gotta talk about the CGI because it is bad. For a movie with $300 million budget, I bet you $100 million of that is probably the reshoots. And that stupid $1 million mustache. They spent $1 million on Superman's mustache when he would have already had the long hair and the goatee and the beard. It was already there. It wouldn't even need the CGI lip, which made him look like a real alien, by the way. Especially in the opening, where the kid is shooting the cell phone. He looks like a complete alien. Because his whole top half of his mouth looks fucked up. It's that bad. It is that bad. But I do like how they handle his return. I do like the fact that he faced off against the Justice League as opposed to Flash trying to ambush him, but he can see him coming. That shit was cool. The ending battle, that was cool because that was Zack Snyder's part. But the comedy does seem forced, unfortunately. I like some of the part where Superman was like, do you bleed? And then Batman goes, yep, something's definitely bleeding. That was funny. That was funny, especially when he just had him by his mouth and then when he saw Lois Lane, he just like, get the fuck out of here. That's how Superman should have handled Batman in that last movie. But yeah, that part they got right. They also got Superman right again. It took Superman to die to realize the meaning of living. So now he smiles. He cracks jokes. It's nice. It's actually nice. Okay, Aquaman was my favorite part of this movie. So was Wonder Woman, obviously. Coming off her standalone movie, they had to give her the best scenes in the movie. And they did in the opening. Flash. I'm starting to think when the Flash got struck by lightning, my lady pointed this out. I thought the lightning probably gave him autism, but she probably pointed out, oh, he probably has ADHD after getting struck by the lightning. That just might be it, because the way he acts is kind of weird. So I think him getting struck by a lightning kind of gave him that polarizing effect on him. So if he seems weird, that's what I'm probably thinking about. I'm thinking about the aftermath of him getting these powers. He probably didn't have it before. Because when you see him in BVS, when he has longer hair, he looks normal, you know? But Maybe this is the actor effect. Cyborg. Cyborg is Cyborg. He was cool. I liked Ray Fisher. They took a Broadway actor and put him in this movie. That was the best choice I've ever heard of. And he pulled it off to the most degree. And then he has some good quips when it comes to Joss Whedon coming in. Especially the part where Aquaman is sitting on the lasso of truth. That shit was funny. That was fucking funny. Okay, I'll give you that, Whedon. I'll give you that. I don't appreciate Warner Bros. Cutting this bitch down because it's noticeable. It's fucking noticeable. If you had to do reshoots, you could have just waited until next year. We wouldn't have gave a fuck. You could have patched up the CGI a little bit more because almost half this movie looks bad on CGI. The CGI in this movie is not good at all. It's bad. It's really bad. They did touch up Cyborg a little bit in some scenes, especially when he's trying to handle the mother box. He actually looks like he has a suit on, as opposed to being CGI. If you look at it around his head, the armor part looks like it's actually on his face. So, that was cool. But most of the other times, yeah. Now, for the wasteful cast in this movie, they had to waste Billy Crudup being the Flash's dad. Ouch. That's not cool. J.K. Simmons is a waste. What does he have, like 3 scenes? He got buff for this movie. There was no reason for him to even do it. They probably told him, oh, you're going to get this big, massive scene and this. They probably shot it. Guess what? We didn't see it. So he's just wasted. It's... Why? J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons is a fucking awesome actor and you give him only 3 scenes. Wow. Fucking wow. Oof. Oof. Why am I so fucking mad? Oh, because it's the Justice League. This is the movie where you go like, okay, this is our Avengers. We need to handle this shit with some decent care. People got mad that movies are 2 hours and 45 minutes, but for the story we want to tell, this would have made a whole bunch of sense because we have to introduce characters in this movie that we won't get to see, especially Cyborg, until 2020. And that's if Cyborg is still even coming out in 2020. So, fuck. It's like watching The Dark Tower disappointing, you know? You got... The trailers got me hyped because I wanted to see Snyder's vision. I wanted to see how he was going to do this. And for whatever reason, Warner Bros. Kicked them to the curb, hired Joss Whedon to do some reshoots and some rewrites, and then kicked his ass to the curb when Justice League is failing. Because he was supposed to direct Batgirl after this. Guess what? Warner Bros. Fired him. And Batgirl is no longer happening. I wanted to see how Joss Whedon would have handled Justice League Part 2. If it's still called Part 2. I'm still calling it Part 2. So, yeah. The acting in this movie is solid between the cast. Batman, Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck. I gotta talk about you for a second. Because you were awesome in BVS. But here you can really see in his face, he doesn't want to do this anymore. He's over it. I don't know what happened between this movie, Suicide Squad, and fucking BVS, but he's not happy. He did good as Batman. I'll give him that. But his eyes says it all. And it's a shame. He's only 3 movies in. Or 2 if you don't count the little cameo in Suicide Squad. It was only a cameo, so I'm counting it as 2. But 2 movies. Ouch. Obviously, Wonder Woman steals it. Not steals it, but does great in it. Jason Momoa is probably my favorite Aquaman. I'm about to say Iron Man. Aquaman since Justice League the Animated Series, because Justice League the Animated Series, that Aquaman and this Aquaman are like brothers. So, hell yeah. So I can't wait. I hope they get to the point where he actually has to lose his arm thanks to, Orm. And he has to put that fucking spear thing on his fucking arm like the animated series. Ooh, that's gonna be badass. So I can't wait for Aquaman, because Aquaman is already in the can. It's completed with this $160 million budget, ready for next Christmas. Hopefully they push that up to next summer, like maybe after or 2 months after Infinity War, because don't put it up against Infinity War, you will die quickly. You will die slowly. So the fact Justice League is kind of a failure, I got Warner Brothers to blame for that, because you put this movie probably only should have cost $200 million. You already had $150 million more in advertising. It's a shame. It's a shame. The villain Steppenwolf, oof, my God, he is like half of Marvel's villains. He is such a weak ass villain. When Superman finally does show back up, he whoops his ass instantly. He is not even a fucking threat. And I do believe he's played by the same guy from Game of Thrones, if I'm not mistaken, because I recognize his voice. Wasted. He was wasted. You didn't even need him. Okay? The parademons were more of a threat in Superman the Animated Series, because at least they could bite your ass and shit. They were a challenge for Superman alone before Darkseid showed up. I believe Steppenwolf is Darkseid's second in command. His second in command. Not Granny Goodness. Not the three chicks. Not fucking, I forgot what's his name, the little dude that looks like a wolf, but he's a dude. No, it's you. I give you this. You have the best scene in Themyscira, having a high-speed pursuit with the fucking mother box. That was cool. But when it came to fighting Superman, ouch. Man. So, Darkseid better be a better villain. I'm hoping in Zack Snyder's cut, Steppenwolf was more of a badass, because in this reshoot part, I hope these were reshoots. I hope this wasn't the part Zack Snyder directed, because ooh. Again, I am sorry for what happened with your daughter. I'm sorry to you as well, Joss Whedon, for getting fucked over, just like Zack Snyder did on this, because he didn't deserve it. He did what Warner Bros. Told him to do, and he's taking all the blame for it. Everybody's blame, either him or Joss Whedon. Nobody's pointing the blame at Warner Brothers. Oh, people are like, oh, DC's fucking up. It's not DC's fault neither. They don't even have any say in this. It's fucking Warner Brothers pulling creative control over this whole fucking thing. They had it going with fucking Man of Steel. Wonder Woman was on the right track. BVS was a little rocky, because of that, they fucking cut all the good shit out and then tried to release it as the Ultimate Edition, which wouldn't have worked. You should have just made it the 3-hour cut. It would have been the better edition, and it probably wouldn't have gotten so much hate that it did. Suicide Squad should have been the remake of Assault on Arkham. Tell you the truth. And Justice League would have been making more money than it should have right now. So, yeah. All in all, it sounds like I'm very mad about it. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed that it wasn't better than what we got. But the two end credits, I do like. I do like the Superman versus Flash race, just like the animated series. So I hope we continue that, and I like the opening of the second movie. Deathstroke setting up the Legion of Doom. Not the Injustice League, because I remember the guy who's playing Deathstroke right now had a Legion of Doom t-shirt on it, and it looked official. The logo looked official, so I'm like, ooh, is the Legion of Doom next? Are they going to get the Legion of Doom their own movie? Or are they just going to make that the second Justice League movie? If they call it Justice League Doom, that'd be cool. But if you have a Legion of Doom movie and then have a second part of Justice League, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, put your money where your mouth is. Put them both in the same goddamn movie. Stop trying to separate everything. Focus. Please. I will give Justice League a C-. yeah. Let me know what you guys think about Justice League down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it?